Hey YouTube, it's me Brendan, and welcome back to my channel where I help raise awareness for FA. Today I wanted to share a little bit more about me and what I'm interested in. And before I get right into it, I wanted to give a little context and explain how FAers bond with each other by talking about what the first thing is they'll do when FA gets cured. And for me, the answer is a no-brainer, really. When FA gets cured, the first thing I want to do is play my favorite sport, which is soccer. As you can tell by the jersey I'm wearing here, I'm a fan of Barcelona from Spain. I also like Borussia Dortmund from Germany, as well as Everton from England. My all-time favorite player is Andres Iniesta. I remember growing up and watching the 2010 World Cup, and that's really where I first picked up on the sport and really liked watching it. And it got to where I am now and how I love it. And I remember Andres Iniesta scored the winning goal of the tournament. I like soccer specifically for a few reasons. For one, I know a lot about soccer and I could sit here and talk to you all day about it if you listen. Number two, it's easier to watch sports with bigger balls. No, wait a minute, that sounded a lot better in my head. Let me explain. I like watching soccer or basketball, for example, because the balls are bigger and it's easier to see action happening around it. So you can see what's happening. Whereas in sports like baseball, the ball is really only a speck from where you're sitting, and it's harder to watch and follow along what's happening when you can't really see exactly where it's going. Or in football, it's harder to follow when it's the ball is covered up in the runner's hand or arm. You can't really tell who's holding it unless you're following along play by play. And then number three, there are less breaks. And sports with the less breaks, for example, are soccer, basketball, and hockey, where the game goes on longer in that period. For example, football, I don't like it because there's only like 30 seconds for every play, whereas soccer is 45 minutes straight of playing between halves. So there's a lot more straight action. Sports have always been a big part of my life growing up. I was diagnosed at 10 years old, and before that, I could play soccer and t-ball in elementary school. When I got diagnosed, I remember I was annoyed because I wasn't as physically coordinated as my teammates, couldn't keep up with them, and I saw FA as an excuse to quit sports. And looking back at it, I lay awake at night thinking about if I could have just played sports one more time, but I can't really change that now, so I really regret it. In high school, I was the student coach of my high school soccer team. I helped coach training drills. I helped to work different formations. And most importantly, I felt like I was actually part of a team, which I really enjoyed. I was also on the student council in high school, where I was in charge of making banners and posters for different sports in the school. Despite not physically being able to play sports, I still found a way to play my part. Now I'm in college and I love watching sports. I try to make it a goal to attend at least one event per sport each season. I also like watching my brother play soccer. He is in high school right now, and I like going to all of his games. I like watching him play so much because it makes me feel like I'm the one playing. And right now, without a cure for FA, this is probably the closest I'll get to actually playing again. I find an enjoyment in playing adaptive sports. I have my own sled for sled hockey. I usually play that about once a month. I get together with other people in the state and play. Sled hockey is, simply put, just how it sounds. It's regular hockey, but you're sitting in a sled, and then you have hockey sticks in each hand that you use to propel yourself and then also hit the puck. I also try other adaptive sports such as adaptive tennis, adaptive curling, and I also have my own hand cycle I like to ride in the summer. And in the future, I look forward to trying other new adaptive sports. I also like playing sports, video games, such as FIFA, and I like doing this because it helps me relax. I like playing FIFA career mode, where I can manage my own team, or even specifically my own player. And I like doing this because I'm in charge of managing the player development or the financial situation at the club. A message I have to younger players is to not give up on sports. Play as long as you can because whether you like it or not, you eventually you're not gonna be able to play anymore. Let your body tell you when to quit, not your head. And with that, thank you for listening to me and talk about how sports impact my life. And Now I have a question for you. If you have FA, I want to know what is the first thing you'll do when FA is cured? And if you don't have FA, I want to know what is your favorite sport? Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you, and remember, together we will cure FA.